A big opening headshot, Sunday Young. Gone instantly. I said he needs to be a shining star.
Oh, no.
It needs to be bright today. Couple of nice shots back from Kaspersky, though. Stopped in his tracks. Another from above, Adam B. Making this tricky. Still no opportunity for the bomb plant. Just buying space and time for Isaac to come and join him. A minute 10, a Metizport still with options.
Yeah, Metizport, both of their players up in heaven. I want to see how they try and play this. And how come ENCE aren't making a move at all? They're kind of just waiting. Oof. Very interesting how Hampus is playing it, right? Like, just plays the full conservation effort, just has the USB out, knows they're not even going to have head armor, so the USB is about as good as it gets, essentially just a faster scout rifle. Firing gallery for Metizport. And it's not a great start for the team that still has some stake in the tournament.
Away, Clavia knows that there is zero chance.
Oh, Hampus gets away with murder and keeps on piling the pressure. Might even be good for a fourth. Kaspersky's expecting him, ready on the angle, and my, oh my, Hampus has done everything all by himself.
That is ridiculous against a buy like this as well. ENCE's first opportunity to put their foot in the door. And Hampus not only takes 4 kills, but he's on for the ace right now as well if he wants it. Low on HP, so maybe won't force the issue, but wild scenes. Once he'll swap out to the AK, that should be his cue to just try and get out of here. Hey, jeez, a slam dunk. It's Plofsky.
Play closer to outside. Oh my god, Glaive finds a great timing, finds the space. Plopsky's down as well. And this is a doable round. The pistols can make it work because they didn't cross into secret. Samda Young behind and takes the M4 out of Hampus's hands. There's still 2 players remaining though, so it is not all for naught just yet. Lumi, I think he flirted with death for a second. It backs off. Rifle prioritized.
Absolute chaos in that round. And somehow managed to find some order within it, but you know, you do just feel like, again, I mean, getting rounds on the board early doors, super, super important, but it isn't a recipe that's, you know, repeatable. It isn't a recipe that you can say, okay, well, that worked. We can just kind of do that again. They're not going to run it down hard. Tech 9s every round. Isaac doing some decent exit damage. It is only the pistols that he's finding the kills on to. Sunday Young prioritizing getting that M4 into the next. Kaspersky's found himself one as well.
And outside about to be pressured.
Big kill. Kaspersky needed that one. Puts the advantage in their favor, puts the pressure on for a further fight. He'll drop down, and it's a little bit messy, but Hampus gone. And the numbers continue to whittle. Adam B. Big pickup, doesn't spot Glaive on the site, leaves Lumi all by himself. 2v1, and a very difficult fight, one that he narrowly misses.
Gets the AWP off the angle, so B bomb site is open for business.
Pody dropped Plofsky. Wow. Okay. Not sure how.
Yeah, unfortunately can't even maximize the damage, and
Isaac's blown his load a little too early there too. They're in so much trouble with this disadvantage.
they're being circled, and the issue is, you're right, Isaac did in fact pop off a bit too soon, which means that they knew exactly what to do, how to deal with it.
Nice and comfortable. Metizport without a lot of cash behind them. It was Hampus, the man of the hour in the last round. Found the big multi-kill, propelled them into the victory with it. Kaspersky low. Plopsky. Oi.
Come on.
Doesn't check his left. Tunnel visioned. And someone coming in from behind, but Isaac on such a nasty angle. Will at least be able to trade it back, so numbers stay in the favour of the CTs. Messy spray from Adam B. But will go his way. 92's dropped. And a 4v2 does not last long, because Glaive is dead and Pody alone. 30 seconds, 17 HP. You don't fancy his chances, you might just want it.
Intrusive thoughts, Josh. Gotta put a lid on them. Glaive wanting to be the one that becomes a problem towards the observation window. Hampus, though, he's got really nice timing. The audio cues are all mixed up. The T's aren't going to expect him. 2 kills found by Hampus, and this is already looking like a stellar CT side from Metizport. And
Viking ship.
once again, they've always gone for this outside presence where they try and use smokes to make it a little bit harder for the outside player to get a read on, but problem is Plopsky is taking matters into his own hands, gets deep into the doors, which means now they have access to main. A second prong from ramp also allows them to get a bit frisky. Isaac gets some work done. Hampus is ready on the other side of the smoke, and one by one, everyone will fall apart. Hampus puts himself deep into the corner, finds himself a decent engagement, and it is Glaive GL up for a 1v5. It would have to be the play of the tournament for this to be possible for him. He's got the bomb, he's got some time. He made possible by the superstar that is Glaive. Down to just 3. 20 seconds though. Timer simply not helping his case. There's another duel. No,
Yeah, starts
no way.
Ooh.
Glaive, not like this. 10 seconds on the clock. He doesn't have the time, though. Oh, he just isn't close enough to a sight. And a singular bullet from Plopsky is almost comical to put him down. But fair play to the man. And it's hard to find them the caffeine required, though, because they are very, very sleepy. Gloomy, though, starting to pop off. Plopsky gets a kill. And that is the bottom bomb site open for business once again. Kaspersky, dualies in hand, gets the audio cue. Smoke is a bit delayed. Transgress. Oh no, dualies still have to control the recoil, you know, can't just hold mouse 1. 3v3, time ticking down. All 3 players coming in from ramp. They've also got to worry about the rafters, and they just have to make sure they don't get individually picked off. It's all about who gets the first kill, and Metizport will suddenly streamline their way to the finish line with a round.
Got it all to do here. I mean, he'll drop the smokes. It kind of gives the illusion of there maybe being a little bit of a better buy when you are deploying util. Metizport think, oh, maybe they've sort of forced up some pistols or whatever, but it's not really the case. It is quite literally a full eco. Look into a bit of a stack outside. Ooh! Kaspersky! Oh, that's close. If he lines up another there, that can absolutely go their way. It's still plausible, though. You're right.
Especially with that AK-47 being in Sum Da Young's hands. Behind them. Oh, they know where he is now, though. So that's the AK-47 being deactivated. Now it's all down to Glaive. Oh, they need to push in together. They need to fight Sum Da Young as a unit, or they'll get shut down. That's 1. 13 seconds. There's so much pressure here. Does he commit to the bomb? Plopsky has 2 players to find. Enough time being wasted. Plopsky goes for the full chase. He's looking for Glaive, but all he's got to do is stay alive, and that is enough salt to cook Metizport. They have many, many chances to close this game out. Perhaps they faced a speed bump in the form of the kills that we saw in the previous round. But this time, Glaive is more than just a nuisance in the vents. He's got an AK-47, sees them coming. That's the first headshot. That's the IGL performing. Double kill and backs off. That is all he needed to do. He's done his job. And he's lived to see another day. What is the eventual route they take, Josh?
Door's going to open. Smoke will go down. Such little health between Adam B and Isaac, though. They'll be lucky if they can get a bomb plant out of this, and Kaspersky looks to come and deny. Timing, though. I mean, he will get the freebie kill onto Adam B. Isaac thinking, I probably had my back turned to him. Didn't check it. Why would you?
Unfortunate
Now with 10
timing.
seconds left. This is really awkward because he doesn't really want to survive here. Him surviving causes problems for the money.
Oh no, now
So
they know
ideally
where he
taking
is.
this gunfight and dying would be perfect. If he dies after time, Fraz, this would be awful.
Oh well.
Oh,
Isaac.
oh my god. Got a good position if he can tee him up. It doesn't look like he's going to be mollied here either. There's very little utility for the tees.
No.
So they have to take the gunfight. No tears whiffed it. Hampus takes it his way. Blowing open this smoke, thinking maybe ENCE will get complacent, trying to play on the other side of it. Won't bear any fruits. Spams away. Tons of damage. Kaspersky won't find the kill. But they haven't planted yet. Adam being Luby keep kicking them apart.
That was a really important kill. I didn't realize how poorly it could have gotten if the second player dies as well, because then suddenly you can play a game of cat and mouse where your entire responsibility is to just make sure that the bomb isn't planted. Good shot from Pody. Kind of surprised that he hits that after that game. Or at least the rest of that game. Quest to stay alive for him. 3 players circling around him like sharks, playing that shotgun sniper. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Oh, Glaive caught. Not a whole lot you can do with the 5-7, just spray and pray. Sometimes those players don't get answered. Full control of the bottom bomb site at Metizport. All they've got to do now is hunker down with a utility and make sure that you can just convert. There is enough weaponry being saved where ENCE can still try and be relevant, but man, pushed up against 12 is a tall order. They'd have to do it a second time for the day to make it possible. I don't know if they've got enough steam for that. 50 seconds on the clock now, though, and I really do appreciate that ENCE have been a bit more conservative with their utils. Problem is, they've not been that conservative with their lives. Some Die Young down, outside control established, Kaspersky, big shot to be missing, and this is the beginning of the end, as ENCE are going to have to fight another devastating opponent after this if they want to keep themselves alive. Metizport might already be booked out of this one, but they'll make sure that ENCE aren't going to have an easy day either. A win clocked against the Goliaths. Metizport are not done yet.